way. And we've done a few of these things before, and it's a little hard to tell a funeral director or somebody else that we're not going to play hymns. Nothing really religious. Good old OSU Buckeye songs, which is what we do the best and what we know that Glenn cherished right up till practically the later years of his life. Most of you would remember that Glenn was a member of the OSU band, marching and concert in the 1930s. And as such, he's one of our oldest surviving members, and he was playing in the alumni band, I think up to his 90s, at least when the alumni band would come to Wesley Glen and play. Glenn would get his horn out and sit in with us. So one of the longest serving band members in the alumni band as well. It's kind of interesting that some of these songs that we're going to play today, like the Buckeye Battle Cry and Fight the Team, weren't written too many years before Glenn joined the band. There was a period of the 19 teens and early 20s when the alma mater, Carmen, Ohio, was written, the words, and then put to an old Spanish chant. And then Fight the Team Across the Field, 1915, the Buckeye Battle Cry in 1919. So when Glenn was in the band, these were still relatively new pieces. We're also going to play Le Régiment de Sambre et Meuse, which is an old military march that Glenn remembers playing first in the concert band under Eugene Weigel. And then later when the Script Ohio was developed, they needed a longer piece than what they normally played, such as the Buckeye Battle Cry, which lasts about 30 seconds, and since it takes over 3 minutes to do Script Ohio, you can see how many times they'd have to play that. And that didn't work, so that old Le Régiment march, an internationally known march, was chosen then for the Script Ohio. So we'd like to open today with what we call our traditional ramp entrance. The drums come down the tunnel, playing cadence, the band comes out in the cadence, and then we play the Buckeye Battle Cry. Ramp. I don't know whether an old beer drinking song is appropriate here, but one that's right along with the Buckeye Battle Cry and Fight the Team is called I Want to Go Back to Ohio State, to Old Columbus Town, to the stadium to hear the band by far the finest in the land. And then there's something a little later on in the verse about a keg of booze. But anyway, it's one of our Ohio State traditional songs that goes way back.
And when we win the game, we'll buy a keg of booze. And we'll drink to old Ohio till we wobble in our shoes. Ohio, Ohio, we'll win the game or know the reason why. Ohio.
I would now like to play the music for Script, Ohio. Now that goes on about 3.5 minutes, and we're going to truncate that a little bit, but you'll get the idea. And just to show you how international a piece this is, my wife and I were in London several years ago at a military ceremony near Buckingham Palace, and one of the bands marched on the parade field playing this piece. And about 4 rows behind me, some guy jumps up and yells, "Yay, Ohio!" And we turn around and say, "Where are you from?" I said, "Columbus." "Hey, same here." So this march is known around the world, not necessarily for Script, Ohio, but that's the way we know it here in Ohio. Here is Le Regiment. The Ohio State alma mater, Carmen, Ohio. Maybe it would have been as appropriate to play the North High School alma mater, which 3 people in the band know, but the rest of us don't. There are 3 North High graduates, obviously years and years later than Glenn, but stick your hands up, guys, so we see who we are. Willis Burke, Dave Lick, and Tom Schroeder, North High Polar Bears. Hey, the Ohio State alma mater, Carmen, Ohio, please rise. Last 3 notes. fight song. You've heard the Buckeye battle cry already. This one is Fight the Team Across the Field. For inviting us to do this. It's meaningful to us as members of the alumni band to have some participation when one of our members leaves us. And if you consider this to be a good Ohio State send-off for Glenn, why, I think that's the reason we were here today. So I don't think we're going to set any funeral home precedents here, but thank you for thinking outside of the box a little bit and inviting us to play today. And we will remember Glenn for a long time. There are a couple of reasons for that. His family left a couple of pictures of Glenn in the early and middle 1930s that I don't think we have in our library. So we're going to get those framed and displayed someplace prominently. And Glenn's baritone horn, which is probably, who knows how old, 50 or 60 years old, maybe more than that. But he kept beautiful care of that. It's almost like a brand new instrument. That's been donated to the alumni band, and we will certainly get good use out of that, including Labor Day, Memorial Day, when the alumni band comes to play at Wesley Glen. So thank you very much for the invitation and having us.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. How you doing?